Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Oh, hold on. Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
Now.
The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge. Thank you for tuning in whenever you are. If it's Friday when you're listening to this when it first comes out, we hope you have a hell of a Friday. Or if you're listening to us on the weekend, drink a couple cold ones. Well, enjoy those. Fellas, what do we know? What's good?
Well, it got real warm last week. Then it got real cold. Now it's starting to warm up again, and I think we're going to have another mild Saturday for beef butchering.
67 degrees Saturday, sunshine.
67.
Oh, boy. Feel like I'm back at baseball practice.
Yeah.
6-7.
Yeah.
Heard Weston claims he almost got you with a...
Yeah, I almost destroyed and ripped his little smoker head off.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. We were doing ground balls, and I was like, everybody else but your son decided that I'm not going to throw it in the corner like Coach said. I'm just, while Coach is grabbing another baseball, looking away, going to hurl it at him. And then I heard it hit the net, and I heard a, oh, shoot. And I look up, and I'm like, smoker. Everybody else can throw it in the corner like you saw everybody else do it. Yeah, sorry, Coach.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we can't all be perfect all the time.
It's a pretty big miss, Dave.
Well, I'll tell you what, it might be a big miss, but he'll have a big hit some other, you know, he'll make it up to you.
I mean, this is the same child that the umpire warned him, don't let go of the bat, or I'm going to call you out. Next pitch, he lets go of the bat, smokes the umpire, and is called out as he starts. I mean, it's just, I'd never seen it before.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know.
He's unique.
We're out to break records, the smokers.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys do a great job.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Unique.
Unique, you know. I can't even say it.
Yeah.
That's all right. Anyway, Smoke Dragon, what have you been up to? Oh, well, hold on. You know how we're getting close to spring? About every quarter of a mile, there's a dead skunk on the road.
Oh.
Heard there was a dead deer in Kentucky. Did you see that story in the headline yet?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's how you know you don't want to live that side of the state line. Our dead animals stay
Fucked.
Yeah, I think Muhlenberg County, I think is where that guy. I thought about sharing it out, but then in this day and age, somebody would post a comment and be like, "You just don't know what he's going through. Life could be tough." Well, he's fucking a dead deer. All right, he's got a lot of other problems. Then I mean,
there's something going on.
Surely there is some little lady down at the local watering hole that is at least warm, not parasitic ridden, that he could have figured out. Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and Brother Love said that he thought maybe it was a hate fuck, like a revenge.
Oh.
Like a revenge.
Like on the side of the road, he grabbed the ears and was like, "You hit my truck.
Yes, exactly.
You hit my Dodge Ram. I'm going to make you pay."
Yeah.
Can't dodge it, ram it.
That's disgusting.
Hey, here's the question. Do you think he finished?
Well, apparently they called him in like there was an anonymous...
Mid-act. No, don't take me. Don't take me.
Well, they got called in. Somebody called in, hey, there's somebody, you know, defiling this deer carcass. And when the cops got there, his pants were still down.
Oh, boy.
With blood and deer hair.
There was only blood and hair.
Oh,
Deer hair
no,
on his
no baby batter.
Oh, boy. What do you...
We need to back up and
Here's-
punt. We need to punt. Real
Here's the
quick.
thing, though. You got to be honest. This can't be the first time he's done this.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Because where at that point do you decide, man,
You know what?
I tell you what, that deer over there looks to be of legal age. Fresh roadkill.
Can't say no.
Ah,
if it
Did you
ain't
see the
breathing.
picture of the guy, too?
Yeah, it was a
God,
wild
he
look.
looked like...
Looked like he'd done that before.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the late the season wasn't fucked.
Oh, no. Could you imagine he gets to his cell?
Gate, what are you in for?
He's like, yeah, I had sex with a deer, defiled a dead deer carcass. hey, did it have antlers or not? And the guy finally dawns on him, shit, I didn't check. Didn't check.
You're butt raping a deer.
Yeah. Well,
That's gross.
you know, you win some, you lose some. One thing as we end out on February, did you know February in 2026 was a perfect 28-day month, starting on a Sunday and ending on Saturday? That this is the first time it happened in 2015 and will happen again in 2037
I'll be
for a
damned.
precise 4-week, 28-day.
Huh.
Papa Frank put me on that.
That's
Well,
neat.
good.
Yeah,
Studying the calendar.
Well, I think he uses the calendar to keep his days and
Yeah.
his appointments and what he's got going on there. So,
Curious what else you'd use it for.
yeah, that's true. That's what a calendar's for.
Depending on the calendar.
If you got one of the calendars of that, yeah. My wife was impressed. We looked through it.
Yeah.
She's like, "What's your favorite month?" And I was like, "You, honey."
Attaboy.
That's how you keep the home fires burning. So, anyways, Brother Dave, what have you been up to?
Just working, really. We had a real good weekend. I feel like it was a successful butcher weekend, number one.
Anybody cut themselves?
I think we had maybe one, but it wasn't bad. And really, we had. Now, this is my first official time butchering as part of the Love Clan. Last year, I came down and kind of helped out, but I was more of a beer drinking bystander. But I feel like there was maybe a slightly smaller group than there was last year.
It
And
looked
there
like
was-
the parking lot was full. I don't know how you could say it was a smaller group.
Everybody drove separate.
And then the second day, there was duplicate vehicles.
Some decided to spend the night, huh?
We'll get rides home because we're all, responsible adults.
Yeah.
But I feel like we made record time. Now, I have never partaken in the slaughtering of the hogs, and I felt like I really got my rhythm figured out on the old sticking them by the fourth hog. Probably the first three, a lot of cutting, not a lot of bleeding. Then May said, "Let me show you how that's done," and then he didn't.
What is
I was trying to relate. So here's the deal. It was kind of a it was yes, to say the least. It was a little bit
Middle boy,
so there was a
calling me.
rhythm to the madness to where the trailer was partitioned and the goal was Justin got up in the trailer and was trying to shoo him back to the killing slot.
Too big.
And it worked really well until it didn't. And then we had to get up in the trailer. I tried to get up in there with him, and then one of them about broke his leg. And it was like, okay, he said, give me that gun. We're just going to shoot these fuckers where they stand.
Oh,
So, but if you shoot them, then they drop, as in, like a brain shot hog. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And once you drop them in a trailer, then you take a hook and you hook them in the jowls and you pull them back out on the ground. At that point, where you take your knife and stick them at the top of their brisket, and you got to nick the top of the heart and then pull up. Well, while they're flailing around because they've been shot in the head and the nerves kick, that brutal part of the situation there. It can be kind of risky when you're hanging out with a 7-inch boning knife and you're trying to try to bleed these hogs
Whack-a-mole.
out. Yeah, so I'm trying to hold the head down and I'm trying to tell Dave what to do, and then I don't think I was relaying my message
Never would have guessed
clear
that was the
enough.
case.
Like, Dave, this is what we got to do. It's not a whatever. And then like I tried to show him, but then I didn't do it either. So then I had to ask one of the old timers to come over, like, hey, what are we supposed to do? And he said, do this. And we did it. And it's like the son of a bitch wasn't bleeding at all. Like it just never did come out. And then,
Thing is, I found out you can feel it.
yeah.
Like you can feel it when you do it right. It's like
Yeah. And it's just, yeah. So
I know that's a sound, but if you can pretend to feel, that's what it's like.
so that process went as good as it could be. But like I said,
We had 5 down for the first one was scalded though. Apparently, you're supposed to maybe time that a little better so it's not so much.
Maybe
shit
let
get-
the hogs forget what happened to the one in front of them.
well,
That's why the last 2 wouldn't come out. I
yeah,
think.
I'm pretty sure that they knew, like,
Because Orville and Wilbur and
yeah, all of them.
Charlotte,
Babe.
they didn't come back.
The scalding team worked good though. That
Yeah.
was like a well-oiled machine out there. That was never been part. So we did that when I was like this big, but I was never like a helper at that age. I was
I
more.
couldn't see what you're doing because he's like
When I was maybe six,
Table high.
Is this 6, 7? Gosh dang it, 5, 8, somewhere in here is the last time I would have.
wait, you were 5'8" or you between
5
the
to 8, 5 through 8,
Okay.
6 through 8. I should.
Cool
say.
process. I've never scalded them either. I've just skinned them before. But those St. Henry boys and the help that we had, they knew what they were doing. It all depends on water temp. Water temp is once you get it in the slot, like that's pretty crucial.
Makes sense.
And
Facts check out there.
scrapers, and you scrape that outer layer of skin and the hair off.
Make any chitlins?
A lot of them, shit tons of them.
Mace made me stop eating them.
Yeah.
Why?
David, stop eating them. You're fat.
Well, I just didn't want him
really?
to like have a heart attack on the spot. You know what I mean?
Well, Brother Love probably didn't want him to die at his house.
Well,
either.
he was eating them too.
Well, there's a little bit. I mean,
It's good. They were good, but like I ate a handful or two, but like they would get stuck in my teeth, and I didn't really like that much.
God,
That's
I ate
part
the
of it.
popcorn. The popcorn that we make afterwards is fucking good, and I ate that. You can't quite get all of it scooped out of the kettle, so there's that little bit of lard and bits and shit in the bottom of that, and then we put an ample amount of popcorn and turn the heat up on that sumbitch and just stir like hell, and then when it starts going, it's really
It's like the ballpark popcorn maker, but this big.
yeah, it's really good popcorn.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so it was a good time. We got all that done. Then Saturday we worked everything up. Started at 7:30. We were done blocking out and packaging like I'll call it primal cuts. That's probably not right. Everything that's not sausage, you know. That was all done by like 11 or 11:30. And then we just had to make sausage and make links and patties and pretty good time.
The way the world went. What about you, big fella?
Yeah, same thing. Just doing that and listening to basketball updates from the warden. She was on basketball duty. Max, they finished their last basketball tournament over the weekend. I ended up falling to Jasper in overtime, but they played hard. Everything went well. So, yeah, no cut fingers, and I didn't fuck nothing up. So it was a good weekend.
Yeah, that is good.
We were responsible. Big shout out to my brother for coming and taking the whole squad home, drove the van and took everybody home and got everybody safe and sound. And a lot of work, a lot of moving parts, a lot of people. It's really cool to see, you know, Brother Love's very adamant on kind of carrying on the tradition,
The Turdurkin.
He's a traditions guy.
you know, trying to do that and get, you know, everybody involved. And we don't do it because it's a huge money savings. We do it because it's a tradition, and that's just what we do.
It's a
And
community thing.
it is, and it's really cool to see the folks show up and
Jenna Bowles are on the right.
didn't have a lick of skin in the game, but they just show up to help, and I think that's really cool. And it's awesome to watch them old timers that have been doing it for 50 years. Just like there's an older gentleman that lives just north of here that can barely stand up straight. He's old as the hills.
He can debone a hand.
And that's what I'm saying, man. He got that knife and he just you carry one of them hams over there for me and I'll bone it out. And Tyler would take it over there to him and some bitches just start going. And I mean, that bone was slicker than a whistle when he'd get it out of there. It's pretty wild.
a whistle.
Pretty cool.
Slicker than
But yeah.
a whistle.
But yeah, so that's,
Hey, anything else slicker than a whistle?
nope. That's what, we,
Not a damn thing.
we got everything done and packaged, and by Sunday evening after we went and got the bacons rubbed, seasoned, and started, and a few more cocktails in the evening, I was done. I was shot. I was ready for a nap.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, but other than that, this is we're recording in real time on a Tuesday evening, so the week is pretty young. I think we got some concrete tomorrow coming, and wait for the weather to change, and yeah, let's go for
And
it.
2,000 pounds of beef hanging to cut out.
That's right. That's a shit ton. What about you, buddy?
Well, we had birthday celebrations.
Yeah.
So my younger brother's daughter turned 4 on Saturday. So we had that, and then kind of crashed out a little bit. I know I didn't make an appearance. I was invited, and I say that, I show up to things I'm invited to. So public apology. So I've got my invite for this weekend. Looks a little cleaner.
Yeah.
A little clearer of a weekend.
Yeah. Good.
Outside of, baseball. But, other
Got
than
baseball on the weekend?
8 to 10 and 1 to 3 on Sunday.
8 to 10 and
Saturday
1 to 3 Sunday?
morning.
Oh. Yeah, Weston will be walking to that. I'll be butchering by then.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as he gets there.
Mhm.
That's all that matters.
He'll be there.
Just have him leave early.
That's right.
Uh,
Let him ride his e-bike or something.
well,
That's a terrible idea.
terrible idea. So, no, that's just been the same old. Just busy. Baseball season's kicking off. Other things going on. But, that's about it, I think.
It's good.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There we go. Show's over.
Yeah.
Guys have a good weekend.
Let's get into
Oh,
it.
I got PTO days this week, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I got Thursday and Friday off this week.
Well, shit.
off.
I might be able to take Friday off.
Friday next week, and then Thursday and Friday the week after. I had to burn 40 hours or I was going to lose it.
Well, yeah.
So,
To hell with giving it back.
well, that's
Part of your compensation package.
yeah. So we can roll over 200. So I had 40 to kill.
Good grief.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we earn it pretty quick too. So I earned
That's a tenth of a year.
5.85 hours of PTO per pay period. So multiply that by 26.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
pretty substantial there.
yeah.
That's like 290 hours or 310 hours or
You
something.
just got to keep throwing numbers out there.
I think I'm pretty close between the two of us.
So what goes on Friday? Anything happen Friday?
Slicing bacons. So we took our bacons over to
Like during the day?
Nah, it'll
evening
be
time.
Oh,
Afternoon, evening. Oh, yeah.
baked potatoes.
Take our bacons over to Tyler's dad's, season them up with cure and all that. You let them sit for 2 days, 3 days. And then after we let them set, then we wash. They washed them tonight, rinsed them, got them all cleaned up, and then they put hooks in them,
Yeah.
and then he'll hang them in his smokehouse, and he'll do 3 full smokes between now and Friday. Is what he
hickory, sassafras, then back to hickory.
Yeah,
So the sassafras is a lighter, sweeter smoke, right?
no idea.
Yeah.
That's the middle one.
Yeah. just-
Hickory first, then sassafras, then hickory Friday afternoon, and then we'll pull them off Friday.
They might get pulled off Thursday.
Thursday, that's right. And then he said they'll freeze them, lay them, and get them kind of flash froze to where they'll slice nice. And then we'll do that Friday. And then the ends and the pieces that are not a full slice, then we'll cook that and
Put it on baked potatoes.
have big baked potatoes Friday night for supper.
And then get ready for Saturday.
Yeah, and set up for Saturday.
Just a regular old working crew. We're not too far from the old St. Henry steak night.
I know.
So next weekend, invite now, the 7th,
Okay.
there's a UFC fight on. It's the BMF belt is on the line.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
So poker night.
Here?
TBD. It's either going to be here at Brother Love's. It depends on what's going on for the day, but one of the two of us will be having poker night.
I won't play poker.
It's going to be at your house for sure?
Oh, yeah, we got to shoot a buffalo that day.
Oh,
Yep.
Annie.
yeah.
Annie number
It's finally
5.
time? That's tough. I know they've been talking about it. It's kind of been slowing down a little bit.
Night, Jenna.
Night, Jenna Michelle.
And then on the 14th, that weekend, we go to English for trail cleaning. We got to do that Saturday and Sunday. It's in the calendar. It's been there for a month. You got a stink bug on your shoulder there, miss.
Other shoulder.
So we do that on that weekend, and then the weekend. The weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good one.
The weekend after that, it was the steak supper.
Yep.
So
And then we only got one weekend left in March to sober up and look into April.
I can't believe February's gone.
nutty, isn't it?
Believe
Yeah.
it, brother.
I know.
No, it's only 28 days.
I know. Well, it's
Literally.
only 2 or 3 shorter.
Ooh, can't wait for flowers. And grass and mowing.
I'm going to drink mower beers this year. Last year, I did not. I think maybe I had 2 mower beers the whole season.
You're really disappointed on that, aren't you?
Yeah, but now I got this. Well, because the backyard's such a pain to mow, it's hard on my back because of my tits. But now that Brother Love got everything fixed, I'm going to be able to mow in style with no back pain.
We had some lower beers when we thought your tractor on fire.
I wasn't here for that.
Yep.
Checks out.
Dad, they almost burnt your tractor up.
You know, shout out to Wild Bill. He went down and looked him right in the eyes. I'm going to have to tell my dad you caught his tractor on fire.
So Wild Bill's a narc is what I'm hearing.
I feel like if you tell somebody you're going to do it, you're just being a true ride or die guy. Like, I know you guys think you're helping, but I'm going to have to tell my dad.
Yeah.
But he let us do it.
Fair.
I got to tell my dad, but you guys go ahead and do whatever you want to do. At least I have some I am
Plausible
not-
deniability.
Yeah, exactly right. Dad, I tried to stop him. I told him I was going to tell you. Attaboy. Big fella, we've been thinking about.
Well, it's kind of a misleading topic, but it just says get out. Go. But don't just talk about it. Do it. And I've been thinking,
Quitting your job?
no,
Oh.
I'm not quitting my job. I think I want to do, which I know I'll catch a lot of flack for this because it's the whole like, don't just talk about it, do it. But
I mean, that's literally your topic.
I know I want to start walking
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Not a little bit more. We're walking 9
So
once a week.
David and I, and which you are in this too, because I know you do walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Quite-
may not need to be in this, but you are welcome to be part of
Because you do walk quite a bit through the week and stuff when
Yeah.
you have an extra minute. And I'm not talking about like up and down the road. Like I'm talking about like going to the country club, paying the whatever dollars it costs to just walk 9 holes of golf. Or instead of like riding my Ranger down to the lake and going up in the woods to do shit, like walk. Like I feel like I need to walk more.
I was actually thinking today on the way to home from work that I might get my frame pack and just put a cold case in it and like walk to your house one day drinking.
Drinking.
Hey, Dave, how'd you get arrested? Well, I
You
tripped
can walk
over.
and drink as long as you're not being unruly.
I know.
I'm
I'm
sweating
just,
them out as I'm walking.
well, you didn't let me finish the story, but that's fine.
Okay.
I had it all set up, but you killed it. Yeah, you can walk and drink. That's certainly. I just don't
Now,
know.
if I did it naked.
Counterproductive.
Yeah, very much. But I guess you got to fuel the tank as you go.
Now, if I was going to drink that amount of beers anyway, but sit here in the lounge and listen to the music, then it's not counterproductive. Like if either way I was going to drink those beers, but instead of just being sedentary drinking them, I walk my fat ass to 7 miles to your house, because I've mapped it. I believe it's like 6.5 miles, the route that I would walk. Now you're going to have to bring me back. I mean, I'm not going to walk there and walk back. Because that's where the ticket comes in.
Yeah.
It's on the return trip.
Yeah, there was like what else? We had like motorized bicycles. We had
Scooters.
scooters.
We were gonna get old
three
school
wheel,
scooters.
some sort of 3-wheel
Yeah.
trike.
I still sometimes look for like old Raz scooters. Like if I could find 3 of those for our big asses to cruise around
Just to
on.
cruise around through. Yeah, that would be a blast.
But no, and then that also got me thinking about like you got to get your feet right because I got some foot stuff going on again, which I'm gonna have to give old T Hubs a call.
Give T Hubs a call. I saw
We need to have T-Hubs on the show.
T Hubs was he coached his boys team there in Biddy basketball this year. Guy looks better than ever.
Man,
I
he's
mean,
an
just
animal. I know it.
a solid stack of meat there.
Yeah.
The reason I'm going to start walking, I don't know if Mace was going to get into his reason, and if he doesn't, that's fine. But I just sent Mace a text today. Like all week, I've been waking up. I don't go to bed with a sore back. I wake up with one. Mm-hmm. And I feel like
Probably time for a new mattress.
I'm putting a 3/4 ton load on an S10 chassis. You know what I mean? Like I think
Well, your bitch shins are for sure S10, Jack.
I think I'm just torquing the frame when I'm flopping around in my sleep. So I'm supposed to be taking Wyatt out to Wyoming hunting, This ain't going to work for a backcountry DIY hunt.
When are you going to do that?
If we get drone, it'll be fall break, that October 19th to whatever, 26th.
We'll be at the swamp.
Yeah.
We're already booked.
Yeah, we just, I don't know. So we had our health fair.
Oh, did that really rain in the parade a little bit?
Not really. But I came in.
I felt like it was
Slick
a bit
Rick is
rainy.
shaking her head. Yeah.
I came in a little hot.
Which part?
Slick Rick, is that what you just referred to? I came in a little hot with
Cholesterol, blood sugar.
so honest to God, my labs, everything was green besides my LDL,
Which is exercise.
which is the exercise portion. So like my cholesterol was like 171, which the high end is 200, like you're supposed to be under 200. And I was like 170 some on my cholesterol. My HDL was wherever, it was in the green or whatever. But then my LDL was, not good. It was but it was only like 15 to 20 points over what you're supposed to be.
For your which one?
LDL. That's your bad cholesterol. Yeah.
No, I thought HDL was your bad cholesterol.
HDL's good.
Oh, HDL is the good.
Reflects your exercise. It can be improved by exercise.
Right.
LDL's bad.
Yeah. So I just thought about it and then I thought initially that I set an all-time record on the scale when I divulged the information, but I'm actually it wasn't the full-blown record, but it's damn close to it. And I need to get back.
Do they really keep like a heavy boy record?
No, it's me. I know it.
Oh, okay.
Like I know what my PB is or PR. I knew what my PR is.
They wouldn't call it the best.
Yeah, it's not PB, it's PR, personal record for scales. I did have a very I looked at it lightheartedly, but it was pretty funny, the reaction of the girl. So like we go to the health fair, you go in and you do your labs and you do your weight and blood pressure, and then they do your neck circumference and all this bullshit, and they keep track.
What'd you come in at there?
I don't remember. I didn't even look.
What was your triglycerides?
I mean, I could pull up my chart if you want me to, but
How about your neck smaller, bottom?
I don't know, man.
I'm like right there. At the
My LDL last time for my physical with friend of the program, Doc Fleming, was normal, but my HDL is low. Always has been. My cholesterol was 125. My triglycerides was 150.
It's pretty good.
And then for which one?
I am on cholesterol medication.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
I am too.
He said, well, you're right there. Like I wasn't over by a ton, but like with family history, it's like, you probably better get that nipped in the bud.
Hey, what's chloride?
Well, it's a chemical compound.
As it relates to a
Okay.
metabolic test.
All right. So my LDL, so my cholesterol was 10 points high, 210, it's supposed to be 200. I stand corrected. My HDL was 54.4, which is supposed to be between 40 and 60. My LDL is supposed to be 0 to 100, and I was 128. So I was 28 points over on that. But my triglycerides was supposed to be under 200. It's 140. And then my only abnormal numbers were the total cholesterol was 10 points over, and then my HDL or my LDLs was 28 points over. So I need to get on to the exercise machine and try to figure it
The
out.
only two things for my physical last with Doc Fleming was the LDL being low, and then my glucose. I was running
LDL was low?
HGO.
HDL.
My LDL was within range, but my glucose
Your
was
good cholesterol.
my glucose was 101. Running a little
Oh,
sweet,
you're running a little sweet.
but it was down from 107 last year.
Well, that's good. My glucose was 83, which is good. Yeah.
This is great radio.
Doc, this is awesome. Can't wait for the comments here. This is be great.
So you're gonna get walking.
So I'd like to put more steps in through the day. So like you with your watch and stuff, do you?
Yeah.
So like where are you at?
Today 9,000 steps.
See, with truck drive, like so today I spent some time in a truck.
Window time.
Yeah, so like I was a little less today. Mine was like 7,000. So, which is not where I need to be, but I'd like to be somewhere between 10 and 15 a day if I could
Yeah.
try. What are you looking at?
Trying to figure out how to see my steps. It's not going to be good.
Well,
You don't walk anymore?
You're in the cube life.
Not when it's this chilly. I've been kind of a big old bitch about it.
Mattress back over here.
Oh, mattress back.
Oh, mattress.
I don't know how to see my steps.
Well, you'll figure that out. But anyway, I was just I don't know. I was thinking like I think so. I got these like those calluses on your big toe. I switched over to Brunt boots. It was the first Brunt boots I've ever bought. Everybody loves them. All the Love Boys, they love them. Another guy told me down there, Jason Myring, said it's the best, most comfortable pair of boots he's ever put his foot in. And I agree. They're very comfortable. My left foot, but my right foot is rubbing on the callus on my toes so much so is that it's like turning colors. And like I'm getting ready to actually call T-Hubs and just say, hey, like what's the deal here?
Do you think, would you let us record that?
Yeah.
T-Hubs, could he do it here on the table?
Like take care of my foot?
The first operational procedure?
Well, I think the thing though is like Justine said that you have to, like you would have to do a soak, like numerous soaks, and then shave it.
Yeah.
You know, try to cut it off and all that jazz. But I don't know if it's because it's on my right foot and that's where I have all that neuropathy.
Yeah.
Because where that cyst was cut out of my ankle, like all those sensory nerves are gone up there in my foot.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't necessarily know that it hurts until like it fucking hurts. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I don't know. I just I know it can be short and sweet here, but like I just need to get out and walk. And beneficially wise, like golfing, you know, I feel like if you were walking 9 holes,
Now, are you going to throw the sticks on the back or push cart?
I would push cart. I would probably push cart.
And honestly, when I was losing all that weight, that's when I would go walk 9, even by myself. Now, I wouldn't take a 6er. But I really feel like you shouldn't feel bad about a 6er if you're walking. I mean, it's...
I love how everything circles back.
Counterproductive. Once again, counterproductive.
I knew a guy. He was a high school golfer. Went to UE with him, and he was a thinny mini because he was walking 18 all the time. He played high school golf.
Wow.
And then he quit walking, discovered the cart life, and ballooned up a couple bills. Got to be a big boy, but.
Yeah. But
yeah,
no, I would
is.
probably push cart. But the point I was saying is I feel like if you're walking while playing golf, you would probably be more cognizant of like
Ball placement.
Yeah, like trying to lock in and like
You play better.
I do
The
believe
only-
you would. Like I mean, because 9 times out of 10, when you're playing golf out of a cart, like for me and my play, like I would be, we're scrambling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I fucking duff one in the giggles, you know, who cares? You know, we'll just drop one down on where your ball's at. You know what I mean? Or,
So I've got the ball on my bag still. The only time I've ever played 9 holes with one ball, and it was walking.
I don't know. I feel like I could double down and really be, you know, benefit more than once. Because
Oh.
I know Justine really likes to play too. And if I could convince her that it's more of like a,
Exercise.
yeah, like a, it's beneficial. Not only are we playing golf, we're spending time together, and we're going to maybe get better at
Improving
golf.
not only your relationship, but your health.
Yeah, think about that. You're going to spend 9 holes just talking about your marriage and life and love.
Well,
and
no,
your
that's one good
kids.
thing about the golf with your walking is like she's going to go over where her ball's at. I'll meet you on the green. You know what I mean? So it's not like she's going to rip my face off for trying to coach her bad. You know, when we get back in the car, would you quit fucking talking to me and just let me hit the ball?
You really tried to coach her? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Well, you should go play with
Bold
her.
move,
You
Cotton.
should play with her once.
No, I don't coach anybody
I know.
because I'm not good.
All I've ever told her was just keep your head down.
Oh, I bet you have.
You dog, you guys are terrible.
Well,
You guys are terrible.
You're terrible.
What are you thinking about?
You guys ever think about running away from home as a kid? Mm-hmm. And I mean, the follow-up question: how often do you think about running away from home now as an adult?
If you don't think for 1 minute
I'll take one love.
that
if
the
there's
us
one in there.
that us three could be, that's going to be a tough stretch. If you don't think for 1 minute that us three could somehow, some way, be intellectually connected on some other wavelength that we don't know, I'll call you a liar straight to your face.
Why is that?
What are you talking about?
Because I was literally thinking about that today.
Running away from home?
Not so much as home. Not so much as home. Not so much as home, but just like hitting the fuck it button.
Not as a child, but now.
Yeah. Not so much as home as a child, but like hitting the fuck it button and just like kind of disappearing, but not being like an absent father and like disappearing for the rest of your
not
life.
like going out for milk and smokes. And
Yeah.
Not coming back?
Yeah, like not going out for a stick of butter, but like just going out for like a week. I almost said month. A week. And just like, hey, honey, I'm going to be gone for a week. Where are you going? Don't fucking worry about it.
Under that bridge
Yeah.
down the road.
Right. Just kind of like a reset.
I may have had some times in my recent in the last 10 years, where I've been just driving the truck like never drove to Mexico.
You really get that strong of urge while you're driving?
If the music and beers are hitting right.
See, like every once in a while, I'll slow down speed in the old Polar Bear and I'll be doing 50 on 145. Just like if it's a nice day, windows down, just enjoying the breeze on the beard. Like
Sometimes I feel like we as in human beings were meant to explore.
well, yeah, go west, young man.
We're nomadic creatures.
That's what I mean. Like, and I just want to, damn. Like, where's that road go? And they're all in the county, but like sooner or later, you might end up. And that really brings me down too, because there's not too many places left on the world that somebody else hasn't stepped on already. You're running out of opportunities for that. We've got too much out there. Somebody's been wherever you're thinking about going.
Yeah,
There might be a few in the, way up north in Canada, the Antarctica. There might be some, unseen territory, but
So I heard a big theory again today,
God, you're gonna get me going on aliens and
flat
shit.
Earth, that like the Earth being flat, and
Yeah.
like
Walt Disney.
there's an ice wall.
Yeah, that's the permafrost.
Like you hit the ice wall, but then on the other side of the ice wall is a whole another domain called Agartha.
Well, it depends on which side of where you're at in the ice wall you're at. But yeah, there's that theory is that like, yeah, you got our map, and then on the other side of the ice wall, there's a whole other civilization, like a whole other.
Utopian.
But why can't you see that when you fly over the North Pole or other places?
Well, no,
like
this
that?
is where we're getting.
That's how
into
the one guy
bullshit.
says when you fly to Australia.
First, you're flying around and you're right side up.
And then
Then you're upside
you
down,
come back-
landing on your roof.
then you come back and you're landing on your roof. That's what
There you have it, flat Earth. Fucking kooky old bastard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
Where would you go?
Like as a kid or as an adult?
Either one. Where would you have gone?
I think life was pretty good. And as a kid growing up, we always heard the story because my older brother attempted, and my dad said, "Just go, fine, go ahead. You want to run away? Go ahead." And he made it down to the backyard, fell asleep, took a nap under the picnic table when we lived on Cherry Street, and then came back up for dinner. So very failed attempt. So I think I learned from that to where he said, "Hey, if you think you can go make it on your own at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, you just fucking go do it." And I was like, I'm not going to test it because old Papa Frank ain't wrong about much. And so I just never decided to test it.
Crazy part is we talk about like, oh, why would anybody want to leave when they're 6 to 10 years old? But there's a time in civilization where it's 10 years old, you were
An adult with a mortgage and 3
you
kids.
maybe not that far, but you were figuring it out. Like,
Woman, when I was 7 years old, had a full-time job.
I will say this. This is probably my biggest runaway moment. And I've shared this story before, but our Zoe was supposed to be born on the 5th, and she was a week late. So, like, that Friday, which was her due date, I came home from work early. It was when I had my office. I was in private practice. And one of them nice, warm April days where there's a slight breeze that you don't feel like hot, but the sun's just on you. And the beers were just hitting perfect. And I just sat out there and drank.
Yeah, on the porch.
Yeah.
You got just destroyed.
And
on the porch.
Janelle came home and was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, I could go any minute." And I was like, "Honey, I heard the doctor. You ain't even close. I can sober up by it." And I said, "If anything else, we got neighbors that'll take you down."
We're almost to break.
And so that was kind of that big moment of like where I ran away but didn't run. I ran away mentally, becoming a father for the first time. Work was busy and stressful, and I just let it all like in solace, listening to tunes, drinking cold ones. But as an adult, I think about it a lot when it's just maybe not running away, but maybe just I'll just drive over to see what's going on over there, or take a different route home.
What gets me nowadays, and maybe not so much running away from like home, but running away from like
Work and responsibilities.
like I feel like, Jen and I, we've, worked pretty hard to have what we have and
Yeah.
give the kids what they have. And then some days I think, man, like I don't need that much.
No.
A couple cases of beer a week. Like we just butchered, so we got meat for a year. Well, we're not done, but like I know what that costs. It's like, couple solar panels. The only thing that I'd really miss is the damn internet. Because
Yeah.
of music and everything else. You know what I mean? Like that is, I feel like because I can figure out solar. I don't, fires keep me warm.
You got Heimbach. He's kind of knows.
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
he's all up. Yeah, he's down to clown with that. But I can't figure out how to cut the cord on the internet.
Yeah. I think.
You ever think about that though? Like just being in the race and like doing better, and you got to grow, and you got to climb the ladder, you got to do this, and then like, do you ever just look back and think, man, I was happy way the fuck back there. I had everything I needed way back there.
I think to that point, there's time. I guess life things happened where it kind of changed my perspective. But like in my professional career, I've been happier now than I've ever been.
Sure.
Even like when there's bad days or, it's busy or it's stressful, like a lot happier now. But like I'll look back then and think like, I think that gave me the mindset of I could really do anything that I really wanted to do because I did it. Like I graduated law school, mom and dad like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, come back home, see if there's anything out there. If not, I'm just going to hang a shingle. And like, that's probably the most reckless thing I've ever done in my life. Cause I'm a belt and suspenders guy, pretty risk averse when it comes to things, but like literally just shutting down and doing that. But it kind of gave the confidence like, hey, you know what? If Janelle wanted to uproot and start a life somewhere else, I figured it out. Like,
Hell yeah.
it would be able to do it. But I think that's why I like going down to the swamp so much that week, because it is a complete just like running away from all the responsibilities. The kids are entertained. They're not griping. They're not fighting. I mean, they do, but it's just like, hey, we're on vacation. I'm going to go have a beer on the porch.
We literally had that happen verbatim when we went on this last trip. Because I said, I don't think we've ever been on a vacation before where we didn't argue at all. Like it was wild. Like we didn't argue at all. And as soon as we got back home, it was like
started.
You could hear the fucking the boxing ring bell. Bing! Like round one. Here we go.
Well,
like,
but some of that,
damn it.
But in your guys'
You're coming
defense,
back into reality.
I'm not a marriage counselor and not going to try to fix what you guys got going on because by all means it's fucked up. But it works and that's what matters. But what I'm saying is though,
Oh yeah, motherfucker.
the external stressors of life is what causes your problems.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 kids. I deal with your oldest one right now. Like, I could see where there's times you want to beat him with a baseball bat. You're not angry at your wife. You're angry at Max. You're angry at the
And
other two girls.
she
Is
birthed him.
yeah. And so where that fight comes is just these little stressors.
Yeah.
And then there's something you'll do or something she'll do. And then it just sets you both because you're already on that
Because you
edge.
can't cuss at a kid, so you might as well cuss.
I don't know. I think you.
We can
I've heard
definitely
it.
cuss at
I've
the
heard
kids,
it
yeah.
before.
We told her, we said that
I've watched these two fight long before they had kids.
Yeah, it wasn't
She-
kids.
she said the other day, she said, where do you want to retire?
1025.
And I said, that's a very deep question. Like, I don't know if I've, like, you know, you go to your money man and you set up your portfolio and you get all your retirement stuff and they say, what's your goals? And you always say, well, we want to retire when we're 55. Yeah, don't die. Like, be able to watch your grandkids and be able to do all that shit. But, like, when you really get down to the nuts and bolts of that question, that's a very fucking deep question. Like, where do you want to retire? I don't know. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be 6 months from now. I don't know
I
where
could
I'm going to
probably
be.
give a pretty good guess.
You
where
could
you'll
tell
be.
me. Yeah, exactly. But like you say, you know, like you go to an interview or something like that. Where you see yourself in 10 years?
Running this bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I want your fucking job. Like, I looked right at the superintendent and told him, I want your job. Well, that's good. I like your confidence. You know, blah, blah, blah.
Ain't gonna happen, big boy. But I
Yeah,
like
but
your
you know what I
confidence.
mean? Like, it's like the runaway thing was like, I don't think as an adult, like, yeah, as a kid, you know, you think you know everything. You're in that,
Don't
like,
have a clue.
you're in that I know stage. Like, if
Yeah.
I heard my daughter say I know one more time, I want to knock her teeth out. You know what I mean? But not really, because we paid a lot of money for them. But I just,
But if we hadn't, them bitches would have been missing.
If you
I was-
were one crack
I
tooth,
was in that-
snaggle-tooth bastard, they'd be out.
I was in that stage before, you know, like where you just, I put shit in my backpack and fucking got on my bicycle and rode. And
Get on your butts and ride.
And my mom ended up coming to the Holland Park and found me fishing and said, get your fucking ass home, you know, and I did. And that's how you did it. But like,
I've heard how your dear sweet mother, and I know she's
Yeah.
a fan of the show, took care of and catered your childhood. I don't know why you would ever want to leave that.
silver spoon for sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is I don't, as an adult, you know, I don't think like money, you think about money, you talk about health, you talk about everything like that. I don't think there's anywhere in our modern lives that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, even as a retired individual with good health, a beautiful wife, and all the things that you have. I don't think you'll ever find anything to not stress about. To where you're never going to, you're never going to find somewhere where you can actually proverbial run away, unless you were to fly to Guyana and live with the tribal folks and eat fish every day and try not to get eaten by cannibals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think realistically there's anywhere you could actually run away to. Yeah.
100%. So Jenna sent a text message to one of our friend groups this weekend about I don't know, some horse shit about where's your favorite place, and it was I don't have a favorite place. It's wherever my people are.
Yeah.
But I don't think
You 100% have a favorite place. Smoker's Lounge.
You're sitting in it.
But if you took Smoker's Lounge, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm saying. If I'm making $600,000 a year in Phoenix and I have this exact same thing there, it's not the same. Like it's
Yeah, but you'd find new people to pay.
you're right. I would find people,
Because you're a transplant here anyways. Like, so you did find new people.
but because
You ain't even from here.
Yeah.
but because I'm a transplant,
You don't even speak the same language as us.
You ain't even from here.
I don't know. It's a pretty awesome neighborhood. Like there's I don't like I was
I know
more
what-
worried
Home is
about
where you
my-
make it, boy.
Well, so like I was worried about
Goddamn, boy, am I know that.
when Jen and I was in Punta Cana. Wyatt stayed home. Yeah, no big deal. We're in St. Lucia, and she's like, Wyatt wants to stay home. And I'm like, she's like, he stayed home in Punta Cana. I'm like, yeah, the whole fucking neighborhood was home when we were in Punta Cana. Like, who the hell's he going to go to now? I was like, Casey's 3 miles down the road. I was like, before, Doug and Cab's next door. Tyler can see a fire from his back porch because he'll be having a highball back there, you know, if it decides to spark
Hey, look at
off.
that bright spot over there across. Is that Smoker's house?
Now Dave's
Oh,
not
shit.
there. It probably ought not to be doing that.
Yeah. No, I get to the point where like there's no place. It's who that you surround yourself people. But we've said that before. Like the people you surround yourself means so much. We were talking to the boys the other day, and I told them like the people, places, and things speech. Like if you surround yourself with good people that do good things and you stay out of bad places, you're going to have a great, successful life. Like it's a very simple formula. So I agree, the people make it, but I also think part of that nomadic nature that we talked about, is also where you would make friends other places. Now, would it be the same makeup of Brother Love or Neighbor Doug or no, it's not going to be exactly like that, but you'll find people that you share those common interests because that's what bonds all of us together. Yeah, we got kids that are around the same age and they can play and all that other stuff. But there's those things.
We got pretty chatty down there on vacation where there was a giant group of people from Iowa. And
Is that the DeKalb group?
yeah, DeKalb Seed sent a whole bunch of those big growers down on this trip, and it's like we were in the pool and we're literally 2,000 miles from home, and it was just like we were at the St. Henry beer garden or somewhere where like everybody's doing the same shit we're doing.
Here's
talking
what
about
else.
beef prices, and we're talking about living in the Midwest. You know what I mean? It's wild.
Here's the thing about that too, and this is what's lost, and I don't mean to get serious about it, but I honestly think that people live so much in vacuums through their phones and social media and all this other bullshit that they don't just stop and get out and visit with people and meet other people and meet new people because you see something online and you think, oh shit, like this is the only opinion out there. It's the only thing, like everything turns political so fast. But you go out and you meet other people and you're like, oh, you know what? There's a lot of people just like me that really don't give a shit about it other than being a good friend, being a good husband, wife, good parent, like all that other stuff.
you talk
26 pictures is all that I took, and we were there for 5 days.
So normally,
I was probably the most unhooked I've been in a long time from that thing.
and that's where I was paddling my boat. Gonna say a lot about myself, but my iPhone tells me like every Sunday my average screen time, and most days I average like 3.5 or 4.5 hours on my phone for the whole freaking week. And we get home Sunday at like 2 a.m, get everything going. I was a freaking slug that day. I didn't do a damn thing that Sunday we were back. And then it pings up my screen time or whatever. I averaged 43 minutes a day while we were on vacation for that whole, and that Monday I was at work, so it kind of skewed the numbers there. But yeah, it just sat in Jenna's purse for the better part of a week. And didn't miss it once.
You need to do that. We need to do that more often. Need to do. I mean, obviously, we're very social media based. What we do in this venture, but
Yeah.
probably should have maybe looked into that for this Lenten season. Maybe tried it out a little bit.
Becky's out.
Yeah,
She's the modern day Karen. People are asking.
I don't know who Becky. I only know
she
one
thought we
Becky.
were
I think.
swingers.
Oh, Becky. Yeah.
So wait a minute. Your
Becky was
husband,
looking for a little bit of
so
big
your
Meg.
husband took your wife back up to the room.
yeah.
Yeah. So which one is your
You
husband?
didn't miss it. You were
Is
right
he your
there.
husband?
That was
That's
when
your
she
husband?
was. That was when she
So
was
why
on
is your
shoulders.
wife over there with her husband? Well, it's kind of how we do shit. Quit asking questions, Becky, for fuck's sake.
Oh, Becky got you.
Shit.
Oh gosh. No, I think if you ever do think about, I mean, obviously, the sad thing is there's kids in terrible situations that do run away from
Well,
home.
sure they do.
And we're not
Happens all the time.
we're not making light of that. Obviously, we want kids to have good homes and people that love them and care for them because studies show that kids need good nurturing environments. But just for entertainment purposes only, we're gonna take a quick pause for the cause.
Yep.
Do it.
And we are back, Brother Dave.
I feel like, like always, you guys have like some insightful topic, and I've got a stupid one. But so I was thinking while I
I'm
was
good right now.
while I was stirring lard.
That's where you get turbo fucked up.
Now, I've got another. This is another blind person topic. Now, this is lifelong blind, not post-birth blind. Like my Uncle Paul, he didn't go blind till he was 21, so he would not.
Did he look at too many dirty magazines?
I don't know. I don't know if they had many magazines back then. It might have been more like a printed paper. You know how like when you dream of stuff and like. Anyway,
Marble dildos.
When I dream, it's like I can see it. It's like a movie. It's like a television program. Okay. My question is like a two-part. One, if you've been blind your whole life, when they dream, do you think they see? And when they do, does their mind put together what a people looks like? And is it like, holy shit, what was that? Because they've never actually seen a person?
100% they do see in their dreams.
You're positive.
Well, as positive can be in this podcast. I don't know. I thought I read something somewhere where people that are blind do see in their dreams.
How would they know if what they were seeing was real? Or I guess it's all a figment of your imagination.
Here we go.
The problem of it is when you get there's a problem in the connection or the link from the neurons to the brain to do that stuff. So there's just something that doesn't necessarily work right. So you can still, your nerves and stuff may still be able to see without you being able to see.
Process it.
Yes.
Okay. Because then I wonder,
because their other senses are enhanced when you
Big
lose
time.
one sense.
Big
yeah,
time.
but you can't. Yeah, but you know, like it says on the internet, it's a big thing now. You can't hear a titty. I mean, you can depending on the.
Oh, you can.
But like, say you're a blind person, it's a petite person, and I feel like blind people are more feelers. And what if you came from a petite family, and you come across Big Mace here? Like, is he a hairy woman? Or would you just know that this is a big guy?
Well, probably because your hearing still works and you heard the big
What if
fella.
Mace wasn't talking?
She just sent me that according to the internet, it says it really just depends on when they lost their sight.
That's what I mean. If you were born blind and you never saw, like Uncle Paul saw for 21 years, and I would imagine he would still dream in Technicolor. But if you were blind from birth and you never saw the first thing.
In what world is Mace not talking?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
too.
a good point. But I'm sure there's a mute Mace, like not in like a parallel universe. Mace could be mute. And then like he's just like, hey, meet me. And then the blind person's like, oh,
Yeah, but you just
wow, ma'am, you should shave these.
Well, what about the mustache? Because you just kind
Harry,
of
have you never seen the bearded? I guess they've never seen the bearded lady at the circus. I don't know. It's just
Kinda looks
it's one
like
of those
you.
things that you'd grab. Okay, I better check if this is a big guy or a hairy woman. Got it.
It's obviously a process.
I don't think
Context
anything that you're saying right now makes a lick of sense.
But
And that's
if
fine.
If you've never seen in your whole life, and
Right.
you dream.
Right.
Do you dream in blackness or do you see images? Because I see images. And actually, I was having a conversation unrelated to this today at work with somebody. Like when you close your eyes as a
Visually able human
person. Like, so when I think of things, like if I'm just sitting there daydreaming or I close my eyes and I think of things, like some people apparently when they close their eyes it's just black. But if I close my eyes and I think of something, I see what I'm thinking of.
So,
But they've never seen it, so how would they know?
so here's some facts to help bring us here.
We got to get a blind
Usually,
person on the
people
show.
blind from birth do not see visual image in their dreams because they have no visual memories or experiences to draw from. Instead, their dreams are rich with other sensory details.
So they smell
like
stuff.
sound, touch, smell, and taste. Sensory replacement. Dreams for the congenitally blind often focus on auditory and tactile sensations
So they feel in their dreams.
they hear and feel in their dreams. Spatial representation. While they may not see pictures, many report a strong sense of spatial awareness, knowing where objects or people are located in the dream environment. The debate on visual-like imagery. Some researchers argue that the brain's visual cortex can still be active during sleep. A few studies have found that some blind individuals report spots of color or blobs that correspond to other senses. Nightmares. People born blind actually report more nightmares than sighted people. These often involve real-life fears such as getting lost or being hit by a car, which may serve as a threat simulation
saw
to
it
help them
coming.
navigate daily. National Geographic
That would
report
be
on how the blind dream.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, if you've never seen anything your whole life, and then you have these dreams that are just like squares and rectangles and stuff that we take for granted because you see it all
But-
the time, or a dog.
Imagine this dream though, going back to the senses thing. If you think about, like, you could have this dream where you're rich in sound and feeling things, like almost like on a trippy trip, like
Fantasia.
we did the acid thing, but we don't see the colors, but we smell the greatest smells and we hear the purest sounds. Like, yeah, like that would be a very interesting way to dream. And they don't know any different because they've not seen pictures through their eyes anyways.
And I don't know why that pops in my head, but it did while I was stirring lard. That, man, I bet, or I wonder if you'd see anything when you're dreaming.
Well, I don't, and I can see just fine.
You absolutely do.
I
At least once you saw something that spooked the fuck out of you, and you was ready to gun them down.
probably
Ran into an Amish man making dildos.
no. Stay out of Amish country.
Anyway, that's what I was wondering about. That was my
I
stirring
just love
lard
how
wondering.
stirring lard gets you wondering about if blind people. What is your? I'm just going to connect some dots here. Out on Helen Keller, you think she's a fraud, which
Absolutely.
actually doing
100%.
some research, there's a lot of people that support that theory.
Probably because they heard me talk about it.
And then you get into blind people and when they know when to stop wiping. Like, do you have like this sort of like closeted, like
Infatuation
with blind
blindness.
people? Or is it really?
There
Let's break
actually
it down.
there could be so I wouldn't call it a closet infatuation, but again, I had
Good word
it's
pull,
a-
by the way.
It's a great uncle, not my uncle, but he could see and then started to decline rapidly in his late teens, and like say by 21 or 22, he was just blind. But that crazy bastard, no, he was blind. That crazy bastard would hop on a tractor. You know how most folks have like their white stick with a red tip?
Yeah.
He'd carry a piece of like 1-inch black PVC pipe. He would hop on a tractor, and he grew up on the farm, like on Smoker Road, and he would drive a tractor down Smoker Road, and this thing was like 10 or 12 foot long. And he'd count fence posts, and you know how many fence posts it was to get to the gate? And he'd stop, and he'd open the gate, and he'd carry a little battery operated radio with him. He'd put it on the corner post, and he'd go out and feed cattle. And he'd turn around, he'd drive back a few seconds, shut off the tractor. And
I
he
bet
just-
that would have been a hell of a thing to watch. Like if you were out, like just taking the old lady out for a cruise, and you see some bastard counting fence posts and then
crazy.
doing all this other
So
stuff.
hereditarily, the blind.
See that coming. He had to adapt.
Yeah,
That's right.
So that's to say that hereditarily,
And he didn't see it coming after
the,
either.
the blindness gene runs in the Masoners a little bit, because my great grandma, the one that lived across from the Selvin store, up into her 80s, she went pretty much completely blind to the point where like she could navigate around her house because like she knew where shit was because she was 150 years old, and that's where shit's always been. But my grandpa Bill got
Did you
to say-
ever just move a coffee table
no,
out?
you couldn't do that. My grandpa Bill was the same way. Like real late in life, he got to the point where like he was blind as shit too. Like he could see, you know what I mean, but like not.
Just lights and shadows.
Yeah, couldn't drive, da 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 da. But Grandma Mary Mason, we called her Mammal Selvin. Grandma Selvin was to the point where like she would turn the TV on, but just for sound.
Yeah.
And she would listen. She would watch them old westerns and stuff like that. But just like she couldn't see shit. But she could smoke a cigarette and smoke it. She would smoke Cools 100s, and she could smoke that sumbitch all the way down to the filter.
Well, you can taste it once you get to feel
And never ash one time, and then flip it over in there. But you could walk. She would sit in her chair, and the TV here, and the door was back here. You could walk in the door, and she would know who was in her house, like whether it was me or my dad or my brother or my cousin Ori. Like she knew who was there just because of her other senses. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
obviously when my big ass concrete feet was coming across the deck, she could hear the
Yeah.
dong, 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 coming in and stuff, and how you breathe or what, just sounds that you make individually. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that blows my mind. And there's a guy on TikTok that I don't see much anymore, but he's a blind guy and he's been blind for birth.
So neither does he.
He's been blind from birth, but like he's a chef. So
Interesting.
he's like a blind chef, and like he can. It's insane. Like you could like they give him fruits and things like that. Like, what is this? And like he can tell you like.
Well, I feel like if you put a banana in my hand and said, "What is this?" I'd be
But
like, "I don't know what it is."
right, but obviously, you've never seen a banana.
Oh, he's always been blind.
Yeah, like he's been blind
Well,
for birth.
Yeah.
Yellow dick.
That gets back
Goes
into
back
the
to Helen Keller.
thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know, man. We were literally talking about it again today. Like the whole thing. Like, would you rather be blind or deaf? And I said, well, I was obviously would be deaf. Because I would not be able to picture
kitty.
going through life, never seeing my grandkids, never seeing the sights of the ocean, never seeing the mountains, never obviously seeing the attractiveness of my wife in an intimate situation. You know what I mean? But like one of the guys that we grew up with was a huge music guy, band director
I
for
still think I'd have troubles just thinking.
band
I could never
director
hear
forever, and his family just a big music family, big music guy. And he said, I couldn't imagine going through life never hearing music again. I would 100% go blind before I lost my hearing. And I don't know. It's
I guess it depends if I had hands.
Where are your hands gonna be?
I can feel a titty.
Why are you chopping your hands off in this scenario?
I'm
whether
just
you
saying,
go,
like, if I
You just stump
if
them.
I had no hands, if I had no hands, I would pick deafness over blindness because I'm just saying, if I didn't have fucking hands, I would want to see a titty.
you just put your face in them.
Oh shit!
Bingo. You're gonna lose your face there, big dog.
You're gonna cut your face off.
But what if Big Man?
Now, if I was
shaved?
decapitated,
What if Big Man
If I didn't have a head and no hands, and I was deaf or blind,
I don't know how awful would that be to get like catfished into motorboating big guy though.
I think you'd know when you put your face in that sweaty.
That's the problem. You wouldn't know until then.
yeah.
If you could smell.
Yeah.
Now, out of the 5 senses, now everybody says deaf or blind, but what about inability to taste, inability to smell, inability to, like, I guess feel was.
I
the
feel
other
like it'd
sense.
be hard to
I think
lose
your smell-
taste and
your-
not smell.
I'll say your smell and taste goes together.
The inability to taste is no big deal.
That's wild.
Get really drunk.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was wild because when during the COVID situation, when Janelle, when her smell was affected, she was like, I didn't realize how much, because like with a lot of vets, because your animals can't tell you what's wrong, like smell for just like, oh, that smells like a bacterial thing. And it's like, how often are you putting things up by your schnoz to smell? But she's like, use it all the time because it helps with diagnostics. I was like,
I get that.
okay.
I mean, I don't like get it because I know, but I guess I should say I can see that. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not if I couldn't see.
And your head was gone. And you had nubs for hands. Then you'd really be in hell of a pickle.
Yeah, if I had no hands and no head, just really nothing much else matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Headless
yeah.
horseman.
Yeah. And it's, like if it's bacterial or if it's like a fungus or. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That
Sounds
is
like
very
a
true.
bag.
I am
full of
happy to
nickels.
report that my tattoo was correctly identified as a horse and not a foot. On vacation.
By who?
Becky.
Some person. Becky totally counts.
Why does that guy have a toothless horse on his back? Oh no, that's a foot.
Bent over, reaching for something, it looks like a foot.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, shit. All right, it's time for Brado's Three Big Things here, brought to you by Merkley & Sons. First one from Brado, YouTube. The very first video posted on YouTube, a 19-second clip about elephants called Meet Me at the Zoo, has been viewed 382 million times and has received more than 18 million likes. It was just deemed museum worthy. From Brado, can you guys remember the very first thing you watched on YouTube? I don't think I can, and to a broader point, thinking back to a simpler time, what was life like before its invention?
I have no idea what the first thing I would have seen on YouTube is. I can't say I remember life before YouTube, but I remember before the internet.
It was Tub Girl.
It's not Tub Girl.
I swear it was.
Yucky.
No idea.
I can't even think of it now.
Yeah, it's just so insignificant. Mm-hmm. I'd love to have a tenth of those views.
385 million views.
Yeah. Was that, well, I guess depending on when the monetization kicked in. But I don't know. You can think back to before there was YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when YouTube started, but I remember before there was internet. Before there was internet, in everybody's house, I guess.
Yeah. Nancy Guthrie. More than 3 weeks into the search for Nancy Guthrie, investigators are now using genetic genealogy in the hopes of identifying a suspect. The technology has previously achieved major successes in solving high-profile cold cases by tracing family trees through DNA databases. From Brado, I know I have tried to avoid it thinking since we are a week late every week there would be some resolution by now, but are you kidding me? You're telling me the FBI, the world's best investigation department we have, can't figure this out. What gives, Dutchman?
Well, they still haven't told us who shot Kennedy.
The CIA and the Irish mob. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the simple
I
answer.
thought I seen something where they found her body in a pond.
That was fake news.
Yeah.
Fake news.
Because now the daughter's offering like $1 million
I thought it was the neighbor.
reward for.
Weren't they investigating the neighbors?
The neighbor was the guy.
Yeah, what Mason's talking about, like they pulled her body out of the lake.
And it was not her.
Not true.
Not her.
They probably didn't pull anybody out of a lake. Somebody probably just said that. I mean,
I-
they pull people.
Here's the thing: what I don't
Who's
understand.
Nancy Guthrie?
So
She's
Savannah
the
Guthrie,
mother of some lady that's on The View or something.
the Today Show.
Oh,
I think that's where you would know her best, probably. But like to me, it's like so random. Like I guess if it's like a kidnapping for financial means, I can understand that. But some of this is like, why do you take an 80-some-year-old lady?
And like, why haven't you come forward with any kind of demands yet
Yeah,
for financial demands?
No
I mean-
ransom note.
unless you're just hanging out playing freaking cinch or pinochle or
but they said there was like signs of forced entry. It was probably the lady putting the $1 million up on it. She probably got mad at her mom.
insurance policy.
Probably the daughter. She probably got mad at her mom for calling her a hussy or something.
Or let's really dive down deep. What is all this trying to make us not pay attention to that's really
Fucking
going on?
aliens,
Epstein files.
which is probably tied to aliens.
But
I think it's aliens.
It's a wild deal tonight, guys.
Did you guys see where Trump's going? Oh, what if that's to pull me away from Epstein files?
Twitter says that Trump's getting ready to stand down.
What does that mean?
On aliens?
He's going to withdraw. He's just going to quit being president.
Why?
I don't know. This is what Twitter said.
Teflon Don. Nothing sticks.
Teflon Don, is that what you said?
Yeah. You've never heard him
No.
described as that? Yeah. Well, I hope they find Nancy.
Yeah.
And I hope she's still alive. But you got to think the
They need
longer
to
this
get.
stretches on.
They need to put Payne Lindsay on the case.
Who?
Payne Lindsay, Tenderfoot TV,
Or daggone
the damn old
Uncle Todd.
or Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
Uncle Todd needs to get on it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
big cold case here hit the fan here lately. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I just the one where that was the baby doe
In the
from
trash can.
'87. For all that to come together like that, and then I think the sentence on it was whatever, all suspended to probation.
House arrest or some stupid.
You know, like it's a
No, she's older than that. They said she was in her.
well, it was '87, so we just turned 39.
Me.
So
I mean, like, my mom's not 60.
so she'd be late 50s.
Yeah,
Late 50s.
she was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and they connected.
She's sentenced.
No, they plea agreement sentence done.
Is this the one about the school and then yeah, okay.
Marion Heights? Yeah, that's what that was all about. But I mean, it's a tough. I mean, it's just a wild thing. Here's the bigger question: how do you live with that secret your entire life?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine that the first decade is tough.
AI's got him now, boys. No, it's not, you fucker. No.
I imagine the first decade of living with something like that, like some terribly, immoral situation.
Yeah, like you
awful.
put your baby in a trash can.
But I would think after 8 or 10 years, it's still in the back of your head, but you're probably just. There comes a time when you're so. I would imagine there comes a time when you're so used to the. I want to say used to the pain. Maybe pain's not the right word. But used to the.
It gets numb.
That's what
there's
I mean.
a numbing
Like,
effect to it.
You get 30 or 40 years in, like you did it, but it's so far in your past, like.
But and here's the thing. I guess the way to look at it on two sides. She's 17, 18 years old. She's at an all-girls school, away from home. She gets pregnant by somebody that we don't know.
What if she got by like a priest or something? And
well, that's what I'm saying.
That was my initial speculation, is that she was.
that sounds shitty to say, but like, God.
Well, but it could have been anybody. It could have been a local business titan. It could have been
Just in general. What if it was an uncle? What if it was a brother?
Well,
And-
I 100% understand that situation. Like, I understand
Which
what you're
doesn't
saying,
any.
but it doesn't excuse.
That's what I'm saying.
putting-
There's no justification for the what she did.
No.
Because there's always resources and avenues that you could take.
Is there though when you're 17 in 1987? Are there resources?
Oh, you would have had a black market adoption in a heartbeat.
In Du Bois County?
Oh yeah.
What if it was
No, because
stillborn?
I think in the affidavit of probable cause, she said it was breathing. It was still alive when she put it in the trash can. I believe that was in the affidavit. It has come a long way, but it doesn't. No matter how we spin it or how not spin it, I don't mean that in a negative way. There's still the intentional act of putting a newborn in a trash can, and that part
No,
live.
it was a yeah.
I think the part that would get you is like, it would have been, she would have been, or the baby would have been turning 10 or 12. Oh, they're driving. They're graduating high school.
That's what would eat you up.
Yeah, that's how there's been no bullet swallowed on her part, when you dealt with it. I guess there's got to be something more to it. So, I don't know. Mission on hold. Efforts to get NASA's historic moon journey off the ground have stalled once again as engineers navigate a new problem with the rocket. The space agency is now targeting no earlier than April to launch Artemis 2
Just drives home the point, boys.
from Brado. Are we ever
They
going
can't
back?
figure it out now. How did we
Seriously,
get there
do
in
the Dutchmen think we
1962?
ever got there back in our lifetime? We could figure it out now that the 19s and the 60s and 70s, but we can't now. P.S. I think this explains the pyramids. Seriously, think about it. We had a technology. We become so smart, and we got dumber.
So the deal is as I feel like I can argue both sides of that, because in the 1960s you would not have the technology to simulate everything that could go wrong.
You were just shooting from the hip.
Hey, you're gonna strap me to this freaking 19,000 horsepower missile, and you're gonna launch my happy ass into space, and I'm gonna try to make it back. So maybe, but then on the other hand, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that we didn't go, because a lot of our, gosh, I mean, we got a lot riding on the space race and how we won it. But there's been a lot coming out that the moon's a fucking space station made by other, beings. And it was towed here, to
They hooked it on the back of the old Chevy and brought her down the neighborhood.
fucking Nanu, you know what I mean? Like,
We didn't have modern computing. We didn't have GPS. We didn't have all the modern materials like titanium and all that bullshit.
They had titanium.
High definition video, live, high quality video.
But I can't.
Long-term
I can't get on a
infrastructure,
CB
there
in
was
my
no
truck and talk to somebody.
Capability
in
for
Ohio.
sustained human presence.
But you're telling me we could stream video from the moon in 1960 when I can't get on my CB now and talk to Ohio?
Amen.
You can with Wi-Fi calling.
But they didn't have Wi-Fi.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now we're gonna talk to these guys.
I'm just. I mean, there's a lot of holes in the old.
I mean, what do they say? Space was made in a Hollywood
Hollywood
basement. Yeah. I don't know.
Shit's wild.
Call somebody in Holland, Indiana today.
Yeah, and I can't. Without Wi-Fi, I cannot make a call.
You can't sit outside the Legion and call up to 5th Street without being a landline.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it too much, I suppose.
Yep.
I mean, Brado, now that wrestling's over, football's obviously done in the fall, wrestling's over, he's got a little free time. So maybe he's resharpening the axe to dive deep into some of these
I hope so, because
things
we
that
need
he's
it. We
working
need
on.
it.
Yeah.
Brado, you want to walk? You want to walk some golf? We'll
Yeah.
get into the nuts and bolts here.
He'll be weed eating.
Yeah, come out and swing a weed eater.
Yeah, it's hard to talk and weed eat.
Hey, it's now time for some final thoughts.
The month of giving thanks is upon us, and so is one of our favorite holidays, Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, consider stopping by Merkley & Sons to see what they have to offer. We promise you won't find a butterball in their shop. Whether it's one of their famous smoked turkeys or turkey rolls, you can't go wrong. If you're looking to go away from turkeys, well, you know the fellas over there at Merkley & Sons, they've got you covered on that too.
So we've reached the end. We hope you've enjoyed the episode. But, Brother Dave, what do you got to send us home?
Another good weekend we just had. It was a family thing, but with family that's more than just your family, like a community thing. And I know we talk about that a lot. I feel like that's fading out maybe, and maybe not. Maybe it's alive and well everywhere, but I feel like that big community, bond isn't as strong as it should be everywhere. So prove me wrong, America. That'd make me sleep better at night. But
What if you couldn't see?
if I couldn't see,
No head, no hands, and you just
tell me about it. man,
boondoggled
you
Big
know?
Mace.
But do what you can. Hang out with the folks around you, because someday they might be the only folks you got.
Big fella.
I don't have anything prolific other than keep your chin up. Better days are upon us, and keep your stick on the ice. Thanks for listening.
Fun episode. It was good to get everybody together. Just enjoyed it. Sitting down, having a couple beers. Haven't had a couple beers in a while, so that's always nice. I just want to say there was I know the Olympics are done, but watching that gold medal game between Canada and the United States and seeing the grit, the determination, the fight from them boys in the red, white, and blue. Both of them. I watched both of them, but I'm specifically referencing the
men.
the men's,
And the
because the
over-
women's did win. I
the
watched that
overtime
as well.
win.
That was exciting. But the kind of the hero of the game with the winner in sudden death, his post game interview there, talking about being proud of this country. We got our faults, we got our things, but we got to love our country. And those boys played really well, and I love it that we can beat Canada at their own game. Because we got some Canadian, we got a few Canadian listeners, right?
If not, who cares?
Yeah, because we beat them in their own game with the women's and the men's. Women's is a lot more dominant.
Canucks.
But send them back to Canada, with a big black eye there.
Hell yeah.
And Olympics didn't watch a whole lot.
I didn't either.
Just hard to get into sometimes.
Yeah. I think Norway swept them.
Yeah, Norway. Well, I mean, they got nothing else to do in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have real sports like baseball, football, basketball.
Yeah, Norway won with 41 total, and then we were next with 33.
Yeah. So good showing there. Good shit. First gold medal in men's hockey in 46 years.
That's
since.
right.
We beat, since the celebration, the Miracle on Ice.
USA.
There we go. Boys, take us out.
Dutchman out.